Hello everyone. Have you ever had one of those days where you start off as planned, then find yourself veering off on a side quest to finish the day accomplishing something entirely different? That's what happened on this scratch build. Let's cue those titles and I'll explain. So what I have in my chunky monkey fingers is a leprechaun-sized milk bottle, more commonly known as a yogurt drink. I wanted to make a Star Wars speeder just as a little project while I decided on what I was going to build next. I cut out a little square from the bottle as this was going to be the insides for the engine. I used a cork drinks mat that mysteriously disappeared from the dining table and plugged that in the bottle. Hopping over the garden fence, I grabbed some garden wire from next door's shed and proceed to cut into lengths. Using hot glue, I carefully, without intentionally burning the tips of my fingers, glue the wire into the bottle. To cover the very dodgy looking cut lines on the bottle, I grab some plastic card, slice it into strips and use that to cover the edges. So far so speedy engine. For health and safety reasons, I use plastic card rods to cover the exposed engine area. Now I know it looks janky at the moment, but one of my mottos is trust the process. I continue adding bits of plastic card to the yogurt container to cover all the annoying embossed lettering they've recently added to these bottles. I'm still waiting for the other half to buy more sticky gems, so I had to root around the bottom of my supply drawer just to find these that I then add to my speeder engine. I grab a random model kit from my pile of shame and begin hunting for greeblies I can add. I decide to stick 2 spring doodahs from the model kit to my engine. Let's not forget, I'm still at this point making a speeder bike. I've had this random box made out of cardstock sat on my desk which used to hold pens. Now I thought if I covered it with plastic card and added more greeblies, that it would make an interesting front section for my speeder. Now it's around this point where this build starts to veer off into the side quest territory. While hunting for something I never found, I found these instead. They're from Green Stuff World and they're sci-fi silicone molds. So, side quest unlocked, I decide to veer off and make panels. After I poured the resin into the mold, I give it a tap to break up any bubbles and use the other half's UV curing doodah that she told me I couldn't use in case I break it or decide to take it apart and use it for greeblies. I'll just borrow it while she's out, shall I? And as if by magic, 60 seconds later, I have a panel that's cured. So I'm going to do a quick batch of loads of different panels while she's out and then put that back in the cupboard and she will never know. I trimmed the UV panels off screen and began adding them to the box I was working on before I became sidetracked. Now what's good about this is I can have matching panels either side of the box, so what I do on one side is the mirror on the other. What I'm doing here is making smaller panels with plastic card that I'll attach at the bottom of the box so they're like wings. So far this is still a Star Wars speeder. For the underneath of the box I'm using 1/2 of a plane's fuselage. The idea here would be that the bit that's sticking out would be the seating area and the engine sits on the back. I quickly add some more little bits and pieces to the underneath because the devil is in the detail. I chop down some sprues to make as exhausts. and add them to the underneath of the speeder. Yes, it's still a speeder at this point. And as always, if any of you eagle-eyed viewers know the names of any of these model kits I'm using on this build, let me know in the comments. It's always fun to put a name to these kits I butcher on my kit bashes. So that raised bit there is going to be where the engine will sit eventually. I'm using baking soda or baking powder just to reinforce the strength of the bond from super glue. I used more thin strips of plasticard just to greebly up the wings a little bit more. And the legend that is Cynical Mank, who's a subscriber of the channel, sent me a package of greeblies, and these small Tic Tac containers are going on this build. I quickly add some little panels of plasticard. Let's not forget these little tiny keyboard pieces that was also in that same package. And pretty soon these Tic Tac boxes now look like additional little thrusters. With all these little side quest builds, I go back to the box and add more panels, as I just thought it was looking too plain and wanted it to match the wings I'd made previously. And it was at this point where my speeder bike became a deep space cargo ship. But before I explain that, it's code word time. If you're leaving a comment, put this code word in your comments so I know you got here before zapping to the Glamour Shots, and the code word is nozzle. Please also consider liking and subscribing to the channel. Thank you. So that bit of greebly I just added to my build changed everything. By adding this one piece, my speeder bike had become a deep space cargo ship. Attacked by space pirates and disabling the engines, the crew of the USCC Ardennes managed to coast the ship back to Earth with its cargo intact. Now the Ardennes doesn't have weapons, as it's basically a haulage ship that goes through the safe channels in space, dropping its cargo to various planets in the Axis system. The crew during the attack pulled off an ambitious maneuver by flying towards the planet Nexus, slingshotting themselves through the jump gate to our solar system. They lost the space pirates and limped home to planet Earth, where the cargo was contained by a shady military organization called Black Box. So that's the story of how a speeder bike turned into a cargo ship. Time to make some cargo. Luckily, these cubes came in handy. Not only were they the correct size, they were also made of plastic, so with a quick makeover, I had cargo containers ready to go onto my ship. I just needed to add a few more details to the ship, first with these keyboard pieces. And with the cargo containers in place, it was time to think about painting the Ardennes. As always, I start with a black primer. Correction, I started with a grey primer and it just wasn't working for me. So I then turned to the black primer. And this made the cargo ship stand out a little bit better. Now, I know I'm not the most adventurous painter with my colours, but I thought I'd move out of my comfort zone and try different, more vibrant colours. After masking off certain areas, I went in with grey. The thinking behind this was simple. I could get the worn look I was trying to achieve with the back area, as I imagined that this was the main part of the Ardennes, and the front bit would be the cargo haulage area, which would be a different colour entirely. Once the paint had dried, I repositioned the tape to start on the front with orange. And I was careful not to overpaint this, as I also wanted this part to look well worn. I went in with a different grey for the cargo containers using a paintbrush, and also picked out different panels along the ship just in different shades of grey. I gave the wings a little highlight and picked out some panels that I could just also add little different bits of colour to. And pretty soon the USCC Ardennes was ready for its Glamour Shots. So I hope you enjoyed the build and showed how when you start a project, how easy it is, it can become something else without it having to be scrapped. If you're new here, please consider helping my channel by liking, hyping and subscribing. Those three things help the channel an awful lot with the YouTuber algorithm. There's also a join button where for a few euros a month you can help support this channel. And I'm pretty sure by now regular viewers will be wondering where the subscriber shoutout segment is. Well, it's here now. I got so carried away with editing the video I kind of forgot. But names are on screen from subscribers who leave comments. You want to see your name on here? Leave a comment. Next are the Glamour Shots, so all that's left for me to say is thank you for stopping by and supporting the channel. Until next time, keep scratching that build everybody.